when you set up the shot. Yo, okay, so it was my Wi-Fi, bro. I'm sorry. If it fucks up again, I'll let you go. But I really just want to chop it up with you guys. We got some cool shit going on. I wanted to make sure we get all these people in the know. All right, so word. So okay, so you got the tour going on with horror, and then so when I saw you, you just went out. Who was the guys that you were just out on tour with when I went up there to Phoenix?
That was City More.
They were dope, dude.
I'm really super grateful for them, man, because I just got a call. I just signed my booking management, and within a week of signing to a booking agent, Zilla hits me up, and it's like, all his DM was tour. And I'm like, oh, fuck, man. And sure enough, I got booked with City Morgan. That introduced me to a lot of fans because their scene is like more rap shit to me. They put in like metal riffs over 808s. They do a dope hybrid, and their fucking shit cracks. And, you know, so me up there with my synth punk, some fans didn't know about it or nothing. But, yeah, they introduced me to a lot of new people. I'm very, very grateful for City More, Sauce, and Zilla, and the whole team.
Yeah, you introduced me to them. Yeah, I never heard of them, so it's cool to share fans like that because now I pay attention to those guys, and now that you showed me them, I see them everywhere now. So now I realize they have their shit cracking.
Oh, yeah, they got a cult following, man. They're people like, yeah, if you're a fan of City More, you ride for them. Now I saw that their crowds go fucking buck.
So tell me about that. That was your first tour you ever been on, right? That was your first.
Yeah, man. I mean, if I've ever played out of state, it was always just like a one-off or, you know, something. And sure enough, they hit us up, but they were in their sprinters. Like, so we're like, oh, fuck, we got to rent our own whip. And Val had to do all the logistics, like book rooms in different cities. And we drove the whole country, just me and her. You know what I mean? Just straight road dogging that shit.
How dope is that to have a partner that supports you like that? Damn, bro, that's awesome.
Man, I wouldn't have been able to do it because, like I said, their tour was like, hey, we'll give you a slot, but you got to find your own ways and do your own thing. And that's totally, you know, they didn't have the room to get us up, so I wouldn't have been able to book all that shit. You know me, dog. I'm a fucking mess, man. So
the realest, though, but the realest.
All that shit. And yeah, I'm very grateful for her.
Yeah. So it's cool because I want to talk about that partnership.
With horror, and we don't have to drive. We're on the fucking bus. Horror does it big. They got a big tour bus, bunks, all that shit. So we don't need to be behind the wheel, man. We're getting drove around ourselves. So that's gonna be exciting.
So tell me about that, like to collaborate. So you and Val collaborate so much. Like you guys got the Kids in Love DJ set. I know that you guys have another set coming up at Super Chief next weekend. How is that when you're like melding and collabing with her?
Oh, well, I mean, she DJ'd, but you know, when I met her years ago, she was always DJing. She DJ'd art galleries, shows, nights. She's, you know, DJ'd vinyl. So it was kind of like, you know, easy to just do. Vance hit me up to do a DJ show for their stream that they do on Vance Channel 66. And I was like, I don't DJ, man. Can I play? And they're like, we'd rather have you DJ. We're not having artists play right now. So I just hit up Val, was like, all right, fuck it, let's DJ, you help me out, and I'll just play songs that inspire my sound. I'm not blending them or do nothing, I'm just smashing them back to back. So we started a DJ outfit, and Vans dug it, they booked us for like 5 more days, and now we got one in Vegas. We'll be DJing Suicidal Tendencies after party in Vegas. We're DJing last night, Super Chief, we're at their art gallery, and they were like, yo, you want to play? And I'm like, well, I can't really play right now, but we can DJ, and I'll just perform some songs in the middle of my DJ set. And they were like, word. So, yeah, I'm happy that Kids in Love is getting a DJ set. We named our little DJ duo after my song, Kids in Love.
Yeah, so she has like a pretty big imprint out there with like the community as well. Like I've noticed, like she's in with the kid, like she's done a lot of things. So her imprint in that community has probably been a blessing to you as well, helping you navigate somewhere coming from Tucson, right?
Oh, for sure, man. I mean, the Hit and Run crew is who introduced me to LA. They're the ones that kind of like got me in the scene, and I met Val through the Hit and Run crew. And then, I mean, I met Esteban Oriol through her, and all these other photographers that she's introduced me to. And it's really weird that, she's put me in a lot of circles and scenes I wouldn't be in just with my music alone. Yeah,
she's plugged in. That's for sure. She's plugged in. Okay, so with you going on tour right now, what we also have is we have a drop coming out right now. We got a mop. So when you're on tour, you're gonna be fucking killing it with your own fucking mop. How do you feel about that?
Oh man, I'm so stoked because that's all I think about. I'm like, Yo, I'm about to fucking go all country, fool. I'm gonna hit up every fucking venue I'm at, every bathroom. I shouldn't say that. They're about to give.
Oh, I don't give a fuck. I'm giving you 20. I'm giving you 20 bottles, bro. You're gonna go fucking wild, bro. Are you kidding me? Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, dude. Yeah, and I want you to give them out to the homies because I know you are cool with a lot of people that get up out there as well, and you know, even random people that don't write shit. Let's get them to do some mock tags.
I'd love to do that, man. I'd love to bless all the homies. I mean, you know, through the music, I've linked up with a lot of heavy hitters. You know what I mean? The Dead City Punks, the Mercs, the Micahs, the OTR, LOD, like all those guys show me a lot of love, man. I'm really grateful for the scene out here. JDI, Urban, all of them, my boy Nar, like all the writers out here really gravitated to me and my music. I'm really, really fucking grateful for that.
So what's so crazy is what you just said was like so many different corners of even the graph game. And then when you talk about music, you mention these people. You go from City Morgue, you go from horror to prayers to Dead City Punks. You have all this. Talk to me, how blessed do you feel that you're able to satisfy all those parts of your creative being? Like you're not...
It's a blessing, and you know, the shop, All City in Tucson taught me that, you know. When I got into it was all straight hip-hop for me, and that's why we opened the store. Then meeting motherfuckers like Braze or all these writers, I was just like, oh, graffiti is hip-hop. It's a cornerstone in the hip-hop culture. And then these writers that are coming in this shop, a lot of them a few of them hated rap. They're like, fuck that, you know? They were punk heads, or they just, I love that. And that's what graffiti showed me, is it was all these different people who dig different shit are all meeting each other on one common ground, you know? And so a lot of writers introduced me to do music and new shit in the shop. When I was running the shop, I got turned on to a lot of bands by graffiti heads who were coming in the store just to buy paint, books, markers, magazines, and then they'd be like, yo, you should listen to this, and it got me out of rap a little bit, and I started to explore more sounds, and I'm really grateful that, you know, all these different subcultures, I'm able to fit in them all. I can play a rap show, a punk show, a goth show, and I'm really grateful for all the scenes, because my shit is fuck a scene, man. Just follow your heart, you know?
And that's such a graffiti fucking thing. Like, the way that you're tied in with graffiti is so crazy, because as you're saying that, it's like, yeah, that's a natural graffiti thing, and like, graffiti... I'm not trying to stun or nothing, but like graffiti writers, we've set the trends in this country for the past fucking 25 years, you know? And it's because we get people from everywhere into one thing, and then we collaborate, and the next thing you know, I rub off on you, you rub a little bit off, and now that's what creates all this shit. It's abstract, it's all from jiggy rap down to backpack, whatever, it was all a collaboration. We put a lot of those styles on, a lot of that trend and shit was on us. The bomber jackets, the flat build rims, a lot of that's graffiti.
Yeah, I agree. Everybody watches the streets, and that's the rawest form of art, man.
Yeah, man, that's fire. So a lot of people, I don't know if people in LA really know about it, but your participation in the graffiti scene is so big in Tucson. You owned All City. You took over after Zach closed down Rosie's, and you opened it up, and the city needed it so bad right then. Right after that, that legal wall popped up. Everything started going. There was a real sense of community. That was the last time Tucson had a real sense of community, was when we had All City.
Thank you, man. Yeah, that's all we wanted to do. You know, I was like, just fine, because we had a hub when Zach had Planet Z, when Zach had Rosie's, and I missed it. And I came back from LA, and I was like, fuck, the shop was still available. And I hit up my homie A, and you know, he wasn't into nothing. He just had bread, and he was like, yo, man, you want to do this? Go do it. He gave me some bread, and we opened the shop, and yeah, man, that was it was a wild year, because that's when I started getting fucked up. And
oh, it was so wild going in there to see you. It was so much fun, bro. I can't even describe. It was lawless. It was so much fun, bro. Like, I can't describe.
I think I only had this shit for like a year and a half, maybe 2 years, but it was a wild fucking 2 years, man.
Yeah, so it's crazy that you see me back then, because I used to just come in there, buy markers, and just lurk and just fuck around. You know, we rap and fuck around and shit, but it was always fucking trip. Now that I'm talking to you now, it's like, oh, he knows who I really am. This fool knows the real me.
Sure.
It's tight.
Exactly, that's what I tell them. I'll be like, man, my boy would be in the shop schooling them, but it would. You bless the youngsters, you check the wrong ones. It was like, you were giving game, man, just like you're still doing now, but you were doing that when you were young, and, you know, and younger fools and fools your age. You were always schooling. I loved it, man. You schooled me a lot, and still do to
Nah, same here, bro. You inspire me, bro. You really put a battery in my back. Watching what you're doing, I kind of, you know, as life gets on, we start to lose our creative influences and we say, oh, I got to be like a square, you know, I got to get a square job, do the financial thing. I just need to focus on money. And in the best way possible, you just made me realize I was neglecting my creative spirit. You know what I mean? I wasn't doing the right shit. And you were helpful in me, and now I turned that shit around, you know? I appreciate that shit. And I know you inspire a lot of other people the same way.
Nah, that's my rule, man. I don't give a fuck if we have to hold down a 9 to 5. If you're a creative soul, or you were when you're younger, don't ever lose that, man. Draw, write a poem, draw, paint, do whatever. Create in your fashion, the style of clothes you wear, just constantly create, man. I think it's good for the soul. I'll never stop doing this shit, you know? I'll make music forever, and I started painting again, or started writing, just for myself and books and on paper, but everything, poems, art, anything, man. Writing on a t-shirt, man, just anything. I gotta create. I don't know, I'm a weirdo.
Nah, that's ill. That's why we need people like you, because like I'm saying, like it could be like just an off Tuesday and I look at something you do, it creates and now I'm drawing, it sparks an idea, now I'm trying to work all that shit out. It's good. And I'm getting older and it's like I don't give a fuck that I'm older. Now I don't feel lame. I'm like, oh fuck that. I can still be fresh and still set the tone, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly, man. I see some motherfuckers that are my age, and I know I did, my man. I fucking smoked enough meth and coke to kill horses, bro. And I'll see some cats my age at a store or something, and they look like they're 89, and I'm like, I ain't no spring chicken, but my shit is like, I think they look that way because they stopped dreaming, man. They let mortgages and worries and bills and all that shit kill their life, man. And I stay a kid forever, you know?
That's the truth. And now, not only that though, like, not saying you're getting rich, but you're signed now, you have a deal, you have these different things that are coming in financially. So that risk is slowly starting to, secure itself for you. And that's a great thing as well.
Yeah. I'm really grateful. I'm just signed to management and booking. But, I'm so grateful for them because, COVID laid me off of the airplane job, went and got a gig at a weed grow. And then just one day we were like, you know what, fuck it, man, let me quit. My motto is, if this art can pay me what my job was paying me, I'm a happy man. Sure, I would love big bread, but I mean, that to me is byproduct. I just want to create the art and create a living for me, man, and I'm good.
That's it. So tell me, before you guys go on tour, how many cities are you guys doing?
Fuck, bro, I think it's 29 shows.
Holy
we start on the
shit.
West Coast, we go through up to the north from the West Coast, then to the East Coast, then back south. It's wild. And one of Austin date is an actual festival. So I think right before Houston. So we play a festival that we're gonna it's a part of our tour.
Is that going to be part of South by Southwest?
No, it's called the Oblivion Fest, and it's a real big eclectic show. It's got everyone from the stage we're rocking is with Danny Brown, and then it's got Bone. It goes from goth to minimal wave to rap to shit like us. It's a real dope festival. I'm grateful to be on it. And then it's kind of dope that we're playing a festival in the middle of our tour. It's funky deep.
That's sick as fuck, bro. That's so dope, bro. I'm so I hate when people tell me that they're proud of me, like they had some part in it. I hate that shit, but so when I tell you I'm proud of you, it's just the only words I got. Because I know I didn't do nothing for it, but I'm just hella proud of you, bro. Like, it's so dope to hear this shit.
Thank you, bro. Nah, it means a lot, because you know what's up, man. I mean, we're around all that dirt and that grime in that city. We know what that shit's about. A lot of these people don't know, but it means a lot when I get love from people from my city who get my story, and I love giving it back. I mean, I love what you're doing, man. These mops are fucking amazing, man.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, so like the thing is, it's not that you're getting love just because you're the OG and you should. You get all that love. What's dope about you is it's not like, oh, I love that guy for what he used to do, or I love that guy because I understand the spirit of what he's doing. You're creating fresh sounds that nobody's fucking heard before. You have all your own melodies. We've known this about you. I've known this about you for years, but now to see everybody else get exposed to it is so fucking dope, bro. You're setting a tone. At this point in your life, you're still creating something that nobody else is fucking with. It's sick as fuck to watch.
Thank you, bro. It means a lot, man. I'm really grateful. I'm just having fun, and that's all. Yeah. I just got too many fucking sounds in my head, man. So I'm really stoked because after this, we got this album dropping, Homicide, on 4/29, It's a lot of some material it's a couple years old, but you know, the world ain't heard it, and it's kind of aggressive. But then after we drop that, run the tour, I got a lot of music I'm really excited to drop, man. My management got me some artists that took my little tunes and fleshed them up, put instruments behind it, and really now I'm getting to hear what I sound like to real guitars. Cause you know, my shit is like, hey, I'm faking it till I make it. I put a synthesizer into a drum machine and I just rock. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm a vocalist writer first, man. I'm not a beat maker. I only made beats because no one would make beats for me. At least the type that I wanted. I explained what I've heard in my head to a producer. He looked at me like I'm nuts. But now it's like, you know, I showed him this can work, and now, shit, man, I see motherfucking YouTube Nate type beats now, and I'm
yeah, I see that shit too.
I used to say my shit was whack, and now
I've seen that shit.
Just making a N8NOFACE type beat. I'm so grateful, man.
Yeah, it came from necessity, but it didn't matter the tools. You just had to learn the tools. The sound in your head is there, bro. That's where all this shit is coming from, bro.
Yeah, so no, I'm really excited for after this tour. I'm about to flood everyone with music. I can't wait, man. Like,
Me
I'm
too.
really excited to show the world what I've been making, because it's different than what you've been hearing. It's still that Nate element, but I mean, I'm doing everything from acoustic guitars to it's really funky. I hope the world digs it. I do.
I think it will. So talk about N8NOFACE real quick, just in that thing. So you got a project coming up with Gnarly, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's my dog. You know what's up, and yeah, me and him have he's been around since the Crime Kills days. Him and Tony did Kate Moss, and then he kept doing Kate Moss. And then it was kind of like around at the peak of Kate Moss, he was like, yo, I want to rock with you. We need to do a project. So I'm like, okay, if we do one, I want it to be all my production. And I want to, every time we drop a tape, I want it to have a constant theme, like a mixtape, like songs blend in and out of each other. And there's interludes that all have an idea. So the first one we did, since it was our introduction, we took old punk show shit from the radio and we made it sound like it was a radio show.
Hell yeah.
People dug it, man. A lot of people love Narfic. He and Nar weren't expecting that because he was at the peak of Kate Moss. I wasn't really popping. So, yeah, now we're going to drop another one called This Ain't Art. And I think we're like 15, 16 songs already done. And now this one will be a constant theme of how people only allow that word art used for certain things, and just we're just gonna explore that word art. You know what I mean? With what the fuck we do.
That's it. And redefine it, because that's the thing with everybody's being all alt now. It's weird because everybody want to define each other and themselves and shit. Fuck a definition and fuck a genre, bro. Got 2 colorways coming out, black and red for this drop. I'm working on the design. Me and my boy Born Too Loose, Matex Puercos, Ronzi VTS, Talibanese.
He's a beast.
Yeah, he's a beast, bro. So I'm really stoked. What he was showing me and what we're vibing on is gonna be some really cool shit for your drops. So I'm excited, man.
Wait, everybody go pick up my fucking N8NOFACE mock, man.
Fuck yeah. Hey, thanks, brother. Hey, we're gonna let you go, Nate. Love you, brother. Big Tucson love to you, man. Have a good day, brother.
Love you. Let's do it again soon, bro. I'll talk to you soon.
Hey, sit down with me anytime, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you. Later, brother. We're still going? Yeah, we're gonna go. Allow him to get off for a moment.
Yeah. What's dope is, like, I can remember him being at the shop. Like, even when Zach had Planet Z, he would come in and out. And at the time, for me, it was like, that was Zach's little brother. But then by the time he got to All City and Rosie's, it was like, he was always digging through records.
Fuck yeah.
He was just zoned.
His energy's always been crazy good.
Yeah.
Like when you meet him, he's just like, what's up, bro? What's going on? Like he was amped, and I was amped up as a kid. So when I'd get in there, I didn't have to lower my voice.
Right.
We just keep going, you know, it was great.
Yeah, he was just always digging. Every time I would go to the shop, hey man, how's it going? All right, cool, you good? You good? And then he'd just go back through records. And
he was the only shop that had Montana. So you don't remember that?
No, because...
So when the Legal Wall was popping, the one next to the TP tunnels, Des used to always paint it, the long wall.
Yeah.
When that was cracking, everybody would have to go get... So I would see Nate, twice a week or something like that. He remembers my brother. He knew Nims. My brother used to go buy paint from him. So.
Okay.
Yeah, that was dope. That was really cool that he came on and fucking gave us that much time, too. Shit.
Yeah. I mean, what was... For me, too, was also hella cool between, like, just... Not even just him, but his brother.
Yeah.
Like, I was already in graduate school in Whittier, and then I would follow Zach. Next thing I know, he's moving out, and we chop it up. He's like, yeah, I gotta work over here, blah blah blah. And his first show, went to go see him at, I think it was at the Roosevelt in Long Beach.
Yeah.
But something happened with their power, so they ended up having to go somewhere else. But just watching those two come from this town.
Yeah.
I mean, just like when
they're
I'm
the
talking to you
pride
about
of Tucson,
yourself.
but no, they're the pride of Tucson way more
I
than
don't
me,
know,
bro.
but no,
Yeah.
but I mean but like collectively.
Yeah.
Collectively, people homegrown and rooted, whether you were born here or not, and being able to just blossom, no matter. And like you both said, like no matter how long that time was, it's I forget what it's like.
Well, he was always cracked. Like he would hit like points like Crime Kills kind of popped off,
right?
But then they would slow down just because, like musicians and artists, when you collaborate, you gotta have it in sync, and sometimes shit falls out of sync, so you move on to something else. But that opened up Nate, like he said, to start making his own beats. So like it's just weird how little shit where you think they're done.
Right.
You're like, oh, they had a little pop, now they're
run.
done. Yeah. But even then, we were so proud of him because he'd already done so much with Crime Kills. They were on Workaholics television show. They had all this shit popping, so we were like, oh, it's so dope. But now it's like, holy fuck, he's not done. He's resilient, bro. That fool, I believe it. He's gonna be relevant in 20 years, bro.
Right.
I believe that.
Right. No, yeah, for sure.
No doubt in my mind.
Because even like he was saying was, I'm putting stuff out. Like the next album that he has, they're already 14, 15 tracks deep, and with that, that's how artists go. They develop. By the time we all get to hear it,
move it to where it's just on these two. We got a guest, you guys. We got the homie gonna come in. He's gonna introduce himself here. So when he has a seat, he's gonna have a seat with us. Big time Tucson guy. You guys may know him. So he's gonna come and have a seat with us here.
What's up? Thuggish Ruggish in the building.
Thuggish Ruggish.
Nice to meet you.
Yep.
So get him in there a little bit more. Okay, 1 second, you guys. Once this all catches up, we good with it. All right, so what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Good.
Hell yeah, bro. So let's talk about your come up a little bit. You're Tucson born and raised, man. So let's talk about it.
Tucson, okay. Well, I'm on the east side, you know what I'm saying? I grew up with the love of graffiti too. I think I gotta see Rosie's, I gotta see All CD. And I was a little bit younger, you know what I'm saying? But those dudes definitely impacted Tucson, and to see him really still moving and grooving.
Yeah.
And honestly, you know, in like different ways and different shapes and forms, I really like agree with like a lot of his energy, and you know, I appreciate a lot of that.
Well, cause not to put you on Front Street, but you have a background where it's like you come from a neighborhood, you know, you grew up in a hood, but you also had different things that you like to do. You know what I mean? Like you weren't necessarily just solely defined by just being from a neighborhood.
Yeah, you know, I love music, you know, obviously graffiti.
Yeah.
And it's kind of crazy because, you know, the way we grow up, some of us grow up, you know, it's like, you know, to put it in a box, you know, a lot of it's when you're real young is real hateful, you know?
Yeah, you got to be this way or you're getting fucked with, yeah.
Yeah, so to be a little bit older and to be able to like, you know, expand a little bit.
Explore
you know,
those fucking genres, that part of your body, yeah.
It's cool to see Nate like that. It's cool to see him like that, you know, to be out there being himself.
That's crazy. It's shit like, cause I came from a hood too, and it's like, I tell people this all the time. I used to hide my skateboard and shit.
Yeah.
Before I'd come home, my brothers would break that shit in half. They would not have their little brother be a skater. It was like, it made them look weak. You know what I mean? So when I was a kid, I had all these parts about me. Like I liked like Nirvana. I listened to all kind of rock and roll and shit, but I could not bring that shit home, bro. So when I got older, I said, fuck it. When I started painting with UK in like 2000, they're the ones that exposed me to like punk rock, like real hip hop. Like when I was a kid, all the people in my neighborhood listened to gangster rap, bro. You know what I mean? If you weren't listening to that shit, you were getting clowned. So I was like 14 when I started hearing like different kinds of music, you know, different shit.
Yeah, similar. Everything cool?
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, this time.
Yeah, you know,
Someone said big ups to King Suck too.
Oh, thank you.
big ups.
King or queen, bro? Why are you gendering me? Thank you. But yeah, so yeah, that's cool. That's crazy. So you're an influential person in the way that you are. The reason why I want to give you props is because there's a lot of people that lack guidance, and there's a lot of people that will send people on fucking crash dummy missions and shit, you know, and it's good that we have people that care about people in their community and they care about their crew, they care about the people around them, and you're trying to like help you're trying to bring your people up, right? It's not about, like, talk to me a little bit about some of your plans that you got going on.
You know, well, I mean, obviously, like you just said, you know, I just want to make everybody better, you know, everybody around us, you know. I think a lot of people when they're young, they lack a lot of guidance, so, you know, a lot of us are sent on crash dummy missions, and it hurts a lot of people. It hurts us. It hurts a lot of families, and it's more or less like what we were born to do. You know, we're born to destruct, and really, I just want to better myself. And when I get my foundation built, I'd like to help the community out and help a lot of these youngsters. You know, take different paths. You know, there's more than Tucson past Mount Lemon, you know.
Big time, yeah, and if you're trying to be the baddest dude and you're taking on all fades, you're not going to get past Mount Lemon, unfortunately, you guys. You're going to have too many fades.
Yeah,
You're going to be too busy fighting to do anything cool. It's just like, I don't know, man. It's cool because we're both so alpha in the way that we had to get old before we could probably even connect and be on a friendship level, because when we were kids we would have just butted heads too much. It's just that alpha shit. But what I've come to realize, and I see a lot of it in you, it's like, not saying I'm opposed, I'm a pugilist, so I believe in violence, and that's a different story, but I'm not out here every day trying to fight people, you know. It's not my thing. I want to get to my goals, I want to get to what I want to do, and I see a lot of that in you. It's like people like us have been fighting our whole lives, and we're consciously making a choice that we don't want to fight anymore. Like me, I want peace, man. That's what I want. I have no problem saying it. Like, if you want to fight me, we can fight. Let's do it right. I'll take you to the gym and shit. But other than that, you know what I mean? It's really not that big of a fucking deal, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're capable of a lot of things. I think everybody knows that, you know. And but, you know, it comes to a point in life, you know, where I think it's our responsibility to push people in positive movements, you know, positive directions, and really teach people how to have better habits, you know, all around.
Yeah, it's important. It takes like, I don't know, like everybody doesn't want to put in the energy. I'm down to put in the energy to the kids. I know you are too. I'm down to give these kids my energy because I don't want to see things go the way they are. I want these kids to have fun, and it's not just even graffiti kids, you know. I just want kids, bro. Like, I know what it's like to be fucked up, and I see it now. It's like back to the 90s. The way things are right now, like, is how it was when we were kids. So, like, I see what these kids are going through, and it's like, fuck, man, it doesn't have to be like that. So if I could give them some game and, like, explain to them where I've been and what I've been through, and then just kind of help them and use a platform that I could give them or whatever I could give them, I want to give it all, you know. That's just my life mission, you know. That's what I want to do right now. That's it.
I kind of agree. I kind of feel like I owe it back, you know. I owe it back, and to honestly, it makes me a happier person, you know what I mean? To help people to get out of some of those ruts. A lot of people didn't grow up with fathers or mothers or the best homeboys, and
you had to show who you were by force. You couldn't just be a good person and be accepted. It was by force, you know. It's a lot of bad habits, man.
Yeah.
A lot of bad habits.
And you get a lot of recognition
from those
habits.
Yes, you know, man. Yeah, it feeds it. That's what I'm trying to teach these kids.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, it ain't about that shit, man. Who cares who got it? Kill your ego today. Start working on killing your ego and understanding that this world is so much bigger than us individually. We come together collectively, then we can mean something. As long as there's divisive shit going on, as long as people are fighting and breaking and tearing each other down, nobody will ever get anywhere. It's lobsters in a bucket, because I don't say the C word.
Yeah.
It's a crustacean in a bucket. All right? Yeah. But yeah, so talk to me. You got some stuff going on the east side, and you also got like some people doing cool. Are you guys gonna start doing like more mural shit? Because you guys got like decoy. You guys got like people that have that shit. Is that something you're exploring with you guys?
I think so. I think these youngins are they're talented, they're motivated, you know, and I'm definitely gonna try to help push them and try to take them to that next elevation, you know, that next level. I think Tucson as a whole should probably do that, you know. They're definitely accepting a lot of artists right now in Tucson.
Yeah, there's murals going up every day. We got to get in.
So it'd be
These
cool
kids
to
gotta
see
get in. Yeah.
It'd be cool to see some real street guys get
from
in
Tucson that have been to jail for street art. Not some guy that learned on Procreate on his iPad how to do street art and then project it from a projector and paint by numbers mural. I don't want that shit. Give these raw ass kids, these young ass kids, some fucking spray paint and let them paint your wall. That's all you got to do. They got everything, concepts. What do you think, Jake? Tell me. Tell me.
Yeah. Same. Like the more that we've been communicating, like these last few months, and especially taking art classes myself, doing stuff through like the hip hop community, and learning that it's not always hip hop, that it can be neighborhood and stuff like that. Exactly the same shit that you guys are on, like I've jumped on.
Yeah.
Even from past years of my own experience of always trying to leave this community because I didn't know the golden nugget that it was.
Yeah. No, well, you wanted to participate in community, so you're like, I gotta leave mine because it's toxic or it wasn't working.
Whatever. A lot of it too was not seeing that nugget, not knowing that there are people like yourselves. You know, like I had my crews, but it was always like, what's the next big crew? Instead of how do we build from the ground up, which is what I've done with breaking. Is I'm at one of the local studios and I'm teaching there. I'm helping out the kids, adults, myself. Like it's not just passing on those lessons, but it's like I'm learning those lessons and feeding back into the community. So however we can do that to build amongst ourselves, whether it's a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old that wants to express themselves on the floor, on the wall, on a mic, on some tables, let's provide it. Let's build that way. Like I was looking at a sign earlier that was like merge left if you want to continue forward. And I've seen a bunch of guys painting signs these last few years where it was like, well, how about we get one of those signs? Or what about the road less traveled?
Yeah.
What if happens if we go right? Or create the own fork in our road? And it sounds exactly what you guys are doing. And you've been teaching me, and you know, and elevating me on my own shit. So it's like there's more of us now.
What's crazy is we all have like, so we have a dance guy who is like OG in the game. I've been seeing this fool doing this shit since I've been doing graffiti. He's been doing both a lot longer than me, but I mean, so it's crazy because we have 3 people right here, and in the scheme of Tucson, you know, we have 750,000 people in the city, you know, in the metro area, maybe a little over 1 mil, right?
Right, yeah.
You would think that 3 people can't have an impact, but us 3 sitting right here can help so many fucking people. We can do so much. Dance class, help out with art, help out with merchandising, business, teach whatever you want to help these kids with and elevate their games. We have the ability to. So that's what's crazy is when you're coming up and you're butting heads, you're just fucking up the growth of your whole city. Everybody's just holding each other back. Once everybody breaks down and gets together and has a fucking conversation, it's like, damn, you kind of got the same vibe as me. Let's hit it. Let's run it up. And who loses? You know what I mean in that? There's no loss.
No.
Yeah.
Just in the lessons. But even then, those are still wins because you realize, like, how do we change this? How do we re-navigate things so that way we can excel even more?
So tell me a little bit, so fitness, what does fitness have? Because I know you guys are both kind of on a plane of fitness and shit. What does that do for your mental? How do you think that's important? Yeah. Jake, we'll start with you. Go ahead, Douglas.
To me, fitness is, I'll even say it kind of like a coping skill too, you know? It'll almost be like fucking a motherfucker having a beer or...
or, brushing your teeth,
you know?
combing your hair.
It'd be like, you know, it could change your life in tons of different ways. You know, you could be having a horrible fucking day, you know, and then you could be having a horrible fucking month, but if you dedicate 20, 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, I mean, the way your mind's gonna change, the way your body's gonna change, you know, I mean, it could change your whole thought process to me, you know, towards everything, you know. I think it's huge. And even if you're not going hard, and really, I just think you need to be outside getting sun, being active.
So, like for you, what is a day of fitness? Like, if you're focused on fitness, let's say you have a day off, what are you doing so you can tell these kids? Like, if they're like, all right, I would like to do fitness, but I don't know where to start. I'm sitting in my house. I write graffiti. You know what I mean? I'm not pumping up.
You know, if you're writing graffiti, I think you need to be in shape anyway.
Absolutely. Fucking
you know what I'm saying? Because you might have to
Them rooftops and billboards ain't gonna climb themselves.
Or you might have to defend yourself.
Yeah.
Common means of ladder.
But I'm not big on gyms. I'm big on parks. I'm big on living rooms. I'm big on basketball courts. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I think more or less you can just downright fucking find a pull-up bar and find your way up it. You know?
Right.
If you can't do 5, I guarantee you could do 1. You could take a couple steps. Then a week later you'll be doing 3. A week later you'll be doing 5, and push-ups, running, jogging.
It's everything.
That's what I'm really big.
So
on.
you're not going to a gym though. So if no gym, no problem in your training.
No gym, no problem.
Yeah.
I'm real big on just body weight and eating up Tucson's habitat.
Oh, dude, we got the best food here, bro. It's so hard, dude. Oh my gosh, bro. We could have a whole podcast just talking about food.
Oh, we'd have to probably have like half a dozen.
Oh yeah, we will. Yeah, I'll tell you right now though, it could be a short story if you mention N8NO though. It'll be a short one if we just say N8NO.
Someone said Tom for president.
All right, give him a nod, bro. Put him on the ballot. Write him in now. So what do you think about, what does fitness look like for you, JC? If you're gonna tell you, I'm so sorry, Boogie. Yeah.
No, you good. You
Cut
good.
it. What does fitness look like to you?
It's changed throughout the years, man. It's always been a part of my life. My dad is he's high up in the chain when it comes to martial arts. So I grew up in a martial art home, where for the longest time, I couldn't fight. Yeah. It just wasn't in me. I wasn't that dude. I had to go ask him to learn how to protect myself.
You used to play soccer and shit. I'm just joking.
Yeah. No, I did though.
I know.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean shit. I know people.
No, but it does because soccer took me to college.
Yeah, it did.
Soccer took me all kinds of places just to play. And if you can do that and keep your sanity, why not? There's plenty of other things, but it's overall fitness for a long time, I looked at it as keeping my sanity, because I had all this stuff inside my head to deal with that I didn't know what to do. And athletics, bro lifting, CrossFit, however you want to look at it, I've done a fair amount of stuff. I've done a lot of body weight stuff. In my dad's dojo, it was all body weight stuff.
I love body weight. If you're trying to fight, speed is more important than strength sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. It is. I mean, we learned that in my dad's dojo. Yeah. But overall, it's it helps restore a balance, like you were talking about, like mentally from the inside out. Because nowadays when I go in and I hit the gym, luckily I go to the gym, programs on the board. I don't got to think about shit. All I got to do is, 1, show up. And for a lot of people, that's the hardest fucking thing. Yeah. But like you were saying, if you're in your living room, the hardest thing you got to do from there is get off the couch. And I know people have those kinds of issues. So it
is. Oh, it's huge, bro. Yeah. Get off your phone. You got to fucking put your phone down.
Yeah.
That's a battle.
That's a big
For me, ordeal. That's a fucking battle. Yeah. For all of us. Put the fucking phone down, right?
So, or get the workout on your phone, stream it to your TV, and just start moving. I mean, there's plenty of shit on YouTube. There's plenty of stuff. If you don't know what to do, we all have those smart devices. We can all put in body weight exercises, and you can start off, like you said, a 10-minute routine or a 5-minute routine, or just watch the video just to see what you're going to be in store for that mental clarity, because it will go from the inside out, and then you can pick up on your diet and other things like that later.
So speaking about making changes, what do you guys think about downtown right now? Have you guys been downtown lately? Has anybody driven downtown lately?
Nah, I really don't.
It has changed so much. Even when you and I were walking, there's a freeway in the middle of the motherfucker.
We did go walking around the other day, and that was kind of fun because, again, I hadn't been downtown in a long ass time.
How weird is it though now? The landscape has changed so much. What is it like for you, Thuggish, when you go downtown now? How fucking weird you come home and you're like, what the fuck happened?
I like that there's colors everywhere. I like that there's art everywhere. I kind of feel like they're just really trying to turn it into a Scottsdale vibe or something, really trying
It's watered down as hell, yeah. They're kicking people out, gentrification's involved. I love progress. I'm all for the things, like I said, I love the murals. I wish that there were more Tucson locals. There's a lot of people from Tucson, from the hoods in Tucson, that have a lot of art, and they could use that money that you would pay them to do that a lot more than the people they're giving it to. So I'd like to see that. change. I'd like to see, create subsidies. They have no laws right now. So if I'm from California, I'm an investor. If I'm in California and I buy your apartment, I can't just rape your rate. I can't just up your rent. There's guidelines and statutes they have to do. Here in Tucson, if you come from California or if you're from Tucson, you can buy a building and you can immediately raise it 500%, whatever you want. There's no law.
It's been in the news, right?
Yes, it's everywhere now. Yeah, so
they doubled the nursing home.
As all this growth happens, we're selling our soul. Tucson's selling our soul to the highest bidder, and it's sad to see. Every time I see one of these high-rises go up, I look at the way it's constructed, and you have to think about that. Is that going to be a future project home? What's going to happen when that thing is no longer the hip thing and everybody wants to get back out to the suburbs? What are you guys going to do to sustain the people that already live downtown, that live in Barrio Libre, live in Barrio, all those little neighborhoods right there have long family histories. People have been there for hundreds of years, and you don't see them on the news because you don't want to see the heartbreak of them being kicked out of their house while Patsy and Frank come down from Ohio and have a new winter home that they can hang out in. You know what I mean? These adobes are getting eaten up. We need to have some kind of designation where locals are stuck in their place. We have to create localism for our city, or else we're going to get pillaged, man.
I think the pillage is real, man. I mean,
the
if you look at the
pillage is
west side,
happening,
I
bro.
mean, the west side is eating up. South Tucson.
Barrio Viejo, that's what I'm thinking of the most. Barrio Viejo they are raping those people, and now it's all Anglo. When you walk through there, it's a bunch of white people, and I'm a white-looking person. I do not like seeing other white people when I'm down there, bro. This is not Tucson, bro. That's not our vibe. Like, let's all integrate. I don't like making race a thing because I'm on a human level, so I don't even like gender either. I believe that we're all humans. The quicker that we could quit designating things as that, so I will apologize for that designation. But other than that, I want to see people from those neighborhoods in those neighborhoods. I want to see the people walking with the groceries. I want to see the children on the bikes. I don't want to see a winter home that's closed down 6 months out of the year, and then it gets nice outside and now it's back popping again. Come on, let's create some subsidies, do some things. Placement is really important. There's a lot of downtown to me, you guys, is a mess.
How can we stop it?
Yeah, it takes organizing first and foremost. I think we have probably already lost Viejo, but if we're going to actually put a true plan in place and get into Barrio Libre and get into South 4th Avenue, because it's a bright spot. When you think about, I would love a new bar to go to, and that's cool, and there's bar, and what's there right now, I don't think is this. Like, American Eat Co., I think is awesome, and they create a cool thing for the neighborhood, and I think that's cool as fuck. But it has to be controlled. If there was 5 American Eats and 20 St. Charles bars, that's a problem. Let's be smart in the way we do this. Let's make sure that people from that neighborhood get to profit in their neighborhood being cool.
Yeah.
Right? Not some guy that lives on Skyline and Campbell coming in and making money because you did all the artwork, you did all the cool stuff, you brought in all the cool people, and now they're going to buy you out and get you out of there because they like your neighborhood.
Yeah, it's real unfortunate. They're eating us up everywhere. I mean, Barrio Centro, Barrio Anita, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, it needs to be local. That needs to stay local, and it needs to stay in those families, bro. Like, that's the thing. We need to create subsidies if they're getting behind on the mortgage.
Yeah.
The city needs to help provide a little bit for them, and it's just part of the socialism, perhaps, but it needs to be done. That needs to happen. We need to create subsidies.
Anita Street Market just got shut down, from what I understand. My mom was telling me, she's like, we got to go there to get our last meal, basically. And I lived in that neighborhood for about a year when my son was born. So, like, I would walk him in a stroller in that neighborhood, so I know what it feels like to be there. And
you know what it is? You know who moves in? A bunch of people that say they're there to help. But you got to move out so I can move in. But I'm here to help. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's eat the rich.
That's not a real helping hand.
They'll put up signs that say eat the rich, and they'll make shirts that say eat the rich, but they're trust fund kids. It's like, how do we address that and really get to real change? What do we do?
I think we just need to, we need to hold ourselves more accountable, you know?
Absolutely. It all starts within.
Homie said, fuck asking permission. The murals are not even local. Take back the land. Locals own.
I'm with you. I feel you, Keffi. I feel you, brother. You ain't lying.
Hell yeah.
He ain't lying, bro. Yeah, man.
And, like, even the whole Libre neighborhood, like, I got family that has lived in South Tucson. My dad's from South Tucson.
Sick, yeah. That's the coolest neighborhood in Tucson, easily. You know what I mean? My favorite place to go. It's so old.
We
it's so dope.
We used to have a lot across from my nana's house. We could play football for at least 40 yards.
Yeah.
And when I got back recently just to cruise through, mainly to go look at a wall from like some of the younger guys are painting down the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, that lot is gone. There's no place, even Ochoa Elementary School that's around the corner from my nana's house where a lot of other kids would go play. Like, I'm for like solar power and all that, like use the energy, but you can't put the solar panels where the kids are playing. Yeah. Like, you just took away their playground. You closed off the basketball court and put a parking lot.
They're urbanizing an area that doesn't need any more urbanization. Exactly. It needs more parks. It needs more things like that.
Put more shit there for the kids to play on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, keep those fields open so everybody can, like our whole family would go play.
Yeah.
We're talking like 40 to 60 family members go have a good time while somebody was cooking. I was too young, so I wasn't cooking.
Yeah.
But somebody was cooking, and then 2 hours later, we all go back and have a meal.
Yeah, man.
You know, we hang out.
Yeah.
And it is sad. It's very, very sad.
I saw it in my neighborhood when we were kids, is when they first started coming over. Like, it was all around Speedway and then 4th Avenue up towards Grant really started getting gentrified. And they'd even crossed the street over Grant and started gentrifying that part of the neighborhood too. It was weird to see. One day you wake up and all the homies that live there are gone, and now these kids pull up and they're all unloading TVs and all their shit. A bunch of white kids, rich kids or whatever, It's a trip to see. I'm all for progress, man. I like good shit. If it provides better economy and people get more opportunities here because of it, I think it's a good thing. But I think it's something that, if it remains unchecked,
there's a missing link, because there's nothing wrong with progress. We all believe in that.
Yeah.
We all believe in empowering each other and creating like 3 different generations right here of how do we do that.
When construction happens, people go to work.
But also, it's like, what do we do in the meantime with all of the thoughts and emotions and culture that's been within these communities that are not changing? Because it's more than just the idea. It's more than the construction. It's more than the positivity. It's getting into the roots and pulling out the weeds and educating at the same time. Because we can say and do all this stuff, but if we're not really empowering the minds of the people that are living where we all have lived, the change isn't going to happen.
Yeah, so instead of being like a standoffish approach, like be a little bit more in melding of community, like meet the new people in the middle in a way, or
no, not even the new people. It's what do we do with our community that is already there?
Okay.
Like the community that is there, that has the thought process of whatever they have, to start altering those changes so that way changes can be made and there's more involvement.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. I don't think there's a villain in this. I think like a lot of times when we talk about a subject, we want to villainize one party. Always, right? But it's us. Like, change starts with us, right? It starts within. So we can't control what somebody else does, but I think it's important to look inside and ask ourselves, can we be helpful? Can we do shit for Tucson? Right. Like, you could say you love Tucson all the time because it's cool right now. It's like a hot thing, you want a Zorro on your hat and shit, you want to fucking say you're from Tucson. Hey, cool. Like, we've been here our whole lives. I've felt this way. I've had a tattoo on my back of Tucson since I was a little kid. From one of the first tattoos I ever got when I wasn't allowed to be tattooed. But that's, what I'm saying is that if you genuinely love Tucson, you got to stand up and you got to make a stand for Tucson right now so it doesn't get lost. Because we're going to lose our city. Like, the people that paint murals here are not even from Tucson. Like, the main muralists are from out of town.
Like, I know one, and she's homegrown from here.
Jessica?
Yeah.
She's Tucson as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's not out there doing paint-by-numbers murals. She's not out there projectoring. She's a true Latina artist that represents Tucson.
Fucking artist.
And she represents Tucson very well. Yeah. Top, for people like that, I'd love seeing her get... I'm not talking about her.
I remember, like, even hanging out in her living room where she had a lampshade. I was like, oh, where the fuck did you get the lampshade? She's like, oh, I did it. I was bored one night.
Yeah, but it's like new ideas. Like, she's not like a traditional Tucson painter. Like, she has brand new ideas. Yeah. She's doing different color palettes.
Well,
she's doing a lot of different shit.
Her art is actually, it's all over the place.
Oh, hell yeah,
it's very, very...
Yeah, she deserves it though. She's from Tucson. When she paints that, she's representing us, and she's doing it well.
Yeah.
We need more of her. How do we get more of her? That's the question.
This. Like, long-form conversations, exposing it, having leaders within the community, such as yourselves.
Stay true to yourself, If you feel it, if you got it, believe it. You know, a lot of these youngsters are...
believe, that's a powerful word.
A lot of these youngsters are real talented. You know, I know guys who do graffiti who love to use paintbrushes, but don't want to use paintbrushes because it's, you know...
It's not spray paint.
It's like, fuck it. Get out there with your fucking paintbrush.
Go get down. However you bring this from your mind.
Go be yourself, you know? Go be organic and fucking true to yourself.
So I'm going to end it with that. I'm going to say that is the great way to end it, you guys. If there is anything that we could tell you guys from this podcast, and the only thing I can tell you guys is you're from Tucson, you got king blood in you, if you're truly from Tucson.
City of underdogs.
Exactly. And Tucson is a special place, you guys. There's been people living here longer than anywhere else in the Americas, you guys. Never forget that. We are a special being. Believe in yourself, you guys. We can hang with anybody. I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to bring my homie in. We got one last conversation. Ben, go ahead and come on in and chat with us.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Oh, hell yeah, brother. If you would like, you could, shit.
Go ahead.
Are you sure? I might have another chair for you, too.
No, you're cool.
Yeah, but stay in the conversation, you know?
Okay, absolutely.
But, okay, so represent right here, my man Ben Nolan. What's up?
Happening, guys?
What's cracking?
Just chilling.
So Ben is a skateboarder. He's out here in Tucson right now. He travels. He's a Rolling Stone. He got no home.
All over the place.
He laid his hat here, so this is where he at.
Yeah, this is where I'm at right now. I've been here for a year, and I'm loving it. I think I'm going to be here for a good minute. So Tucson's been treating me right.
So best park in Tucson. Talk shit. Best park in Tucson.
Best park in Tucson. You got to go to I don't want to say it wrong. It's the reservation. The park on the reservation.
Okay.
Hands down, you got to go 20 minutes.
The Tonatum reservation or
begins with the P.
Pascoyaki.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the best park right there. Hands fucking down. They built that park.
Shout out to all the Yakis.
Nice.
Yeah, Yakis are
So
ill. Yakis are deep in Tucson, bro. This is Yaki town. And Tonatum, yeah, but a lot of Yaki. Got a lot of Yaki homies. So tell me a little bit about, like, so what is your impression of being somebody that's come to Tucson? You've been involved in a lot of different scenes. You've been a lot of different places. What is your opinion of Tucson and what we got going on
Honestly, the shit that, like, in a skateboard perspective, like, I've been to Massachusetts skateboarding, Lowell, city. That's a big skateboarding city. And then I moved to California, and I lived in Lake Elsinore, another huge skateboarding.
Oh, they're killing it. I got to go out there on a random one, and they were killing it in Elsinore.
Fire.
It's fire in Elsinore. I won't lie. I like the scene out there.
Super sick. But I wasn't ready for anything, and I came out to Tucson. I knew nothing about the skate scene. I knew a little bit. I knew like Aaron Susky's from here and shit like that.
Yeah, Zoo York back in the day. Aaron Susky.
These kids get down, dude. I feel like everybody, the energy here. Like
Liam Pace, do you know who he is?
Yeah, so that's the funny thing. I was
Kid's
actually
a vert legend at fucking 19 years old. Legend. If he stops today, legend.
So I lived in Bonzo, California before I moved here, and he would be out at Vista Park, which is my old local park. And I moved out here, and then one day he was
in Santa Rita. You seen his long ass hair, huh?
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing over here? He's like, fool, I'm fucking from here.
That fool's a pride of Tucson right there for real. Liam Pace, dude. So when he was a kid, bro, he'd be all in fucking pads and shit, but ripping the bowl at Santa Rita.
Dude, that guy blew my mind. First time I see him skate, I was like, who the fuck is this kid?
Yeah, he's sick, dude. So you're in, I know that you know the Scatterbrain gang, but you're part of the Scatterbrain team, right?
Yeah.
What do you guys got going on? So you're just on the team? Are you guys gonna do some merch, some boards?
Yeah, so we got some merch going out right now. We got shirts. Get a Scatterbrain if you want to get a shirt for
Hell
sure.
Yeah, hit up Mo.
Hit up Mo. Mo will get you right.
Yeah.
But other than that, we've just been stacking clips. I don't know what kind of like the motive is behind it. I want to say we're working on a full length video. But
she got something creative going on. She got something
creative. We got clip stacking.
Here's the thing about Mo is that the thing I love about Mo is not waiting for anybody. Mo is making shit happen. If she wants to see something, she's willing to go out and activate it, like she did with you. She's like, I want to have a skateboarder. I want to do this, so I'm gonna go work with a skateboarder, and we're gonna go film. She throws parties. You know what I mean? That's the energy that Tucson used to be, bro. It's like people were down to get down and dirty, put their own money up, their own time up to make shit happen.
Yeah, she's fucking a lot of energy too. She'll be hitting me up on the daily trying to skate and get at it, so I like it. She keeps me active, you know what I mean, getting clips and shit, because I'll be slacking off sometimes with the skating, you know.
So what do you think about being around all those different ones? Do you love the Tucson? Is Tucson a good scene or what?
That's what I meant to say too, is like Tucson scene's crazy. Like, don't think different if you're from here. Don't think that like you guys don't have it because, you know, you might not have the
small town mentality. Yeah, no,
you know what I mean? But
it's directly,
like, it's like, you guys fucking shred. Tucson's got some killers out here, and I'm not saying like I don't like to drop names because there's too many to fucking name. I go to the park and I see people killing it, And like I've been in California, dude. I've seen those kids. I'm not trying to put anything over anything. Everybody fucking kills it where they're at.
Yeah.
But like, with the small town mentality.
Yeah.
Don't think you don't have it like as your own, because this shit's popping. And the DIY scene, that's the number one thing. My favorite thing about Tucson is motherfuckers don't have to get their heads dirty.
Fucking go drink a Greyhound with Jesse at the Hell Bowl.
Hell get down there.
Yeah, he's down there and he's dope, bro. So I'm like a toy ass skater, bro. I suck at skating. But I charge, dude, and I'll drop in and I'll go for it.
I fucking love when you skate. Every time I skate with you motivate me.
Yeah, bro, I'm not afraid,
I'm like,
bro.
damn, I'm a pussy with this shit.
Bro, I'll just go head first, bro. I just go head first. That's what I do with life, man. I just go head first.
Well, you see me when you're done and I'll get you both.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you'll be helpful for him, too. Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
He's a health magician, bro. He can really get you back on track.
Damn,
yeah,
dude, I need that. My legs all locking up this morning, all that type of shit.
Oh, bro, give this
I don't change my body right.
Yeah, so tell me about, so when you got out here, what do you think about the graffiti out here?
Oh, dude, this shit's up, man.
It's killed, huh?
So that's what I wanted to say with the DIY ditches. You guys got hella DIY spots, and then you go at every ditch, they're fucking hit the fuck up.
Yeah, that's, so coming from all those places, you like, even though you don't paint a lot yourself, you do, you're dating a graffiti writer, you have like a lot of shit going on, you know, your chick writes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep the anonymity right there, like.
But what do you think though?
All right.
Have you seen a lot of it here? You like it in comparison to other places?
Oh fuck yeah! And again, I'm no writer myself, so I can't get like all fucking critic stylish and tell you what. But like the amount that's out here is fucking a lot, and I like the in the East Coast.
Yeah.
I would see a lot of murals. Hadley Skate Park, shout out Hadley Skate Park. They would paint that shit fucking all white. Like the skaters would paint that shit all white and then blank out murals. A month later, 3 months later, do the same shit again. So we have that shit going up all the time. And then out here, I started seeing murals again. I was like, oh, this is like refreshing. Like real ones, in ditches and shit. Not like I'm talking the paid ones. I'm talking just like random ass.
Oh, you're gonna see people painting
big ass pieces and shit. And I feel like I saw a lot more of that in the East Coast. So I like that shit, I love that.
So what's your favorite skate spot, period? Not part of your favorite skate spot.
Period. Fucking.
Do you like? Have you been at the blocks?
Dude, I was
shout out to the Block Skate Shop too.
The only thing is, it's fucking arrested right now. So if you guys want to skate this shit, let's skate this shit any day. I'm down. We gotta fucking
charge it or what? You just think you're going there deep enough? You want to do that?
Yeah, we need 10 people deep, man.
We'll just mob in there deep, and I'll cruise. I'll get security on me and just move them around, bro. Yeah, no problem.
At nighttime they never bother you too much, but the lights aren't too good there. So it's like,
so when I was a little kid, the first time I tried to ollie off one of those little ledges there at the blocks, I broke my friend's board. I had to go to Play It Again Sports, racked him a New York board, and came back again and broke that motherfucker, bro. No joke. At the blocks. True story.
Double whammy.
Well, all right, guys, that's it, man. That's it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Choro.